Did you know that beneath the surface of one South American nation lies enough oil to reshape the entire global energy landscape? We are talking about Venezuela, a country that holds not just massive oil reserves, but the absolute largest proven oil reserves on planet Earth. To put a number on it, Venezuela possesses approximately 303 billion barrels of crude oil sitting beneath its soil. That's not just impressive, it's staggering. To understand the magnitude, imagine this: if you wanted to count to 303 billion, and you counted one number every single second without stopping, it would take you over 9,600 years to finish. That's how much oil we're discussing here. But let's break down what 303 billion barrels actually means in practical terms. In the oil industry, particularly in the United States and international markets, one standard barrel equals exactly 42 gallons. Now, most people outside the industry don't think in gallons when it comes to such massive quantities. So let's convert that. 1 gallon is equivalent to 3.7 liters, which means a single barrel contains approximately 159 liters of crude oil. When you multiply that by 303 billion barrels, you arrive at a truly astronomical figure, roughly 12.7 trillion gallons, or about 48 trillion liters of oil. To visualize this amount, picture an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which holds about 2.5 million liters. Venezuela's oil reserves could fill nearly 19 million Olympic pools. That's enough to create a continuous chain of swimming pools stretching around the Earth's equator more than 16 times. Venezuela's dominance in oil reserves places it far ahead of some names you might expect to lead this category. Saudi Arabia, long considered synonymous with oil wealth, actually ranks second with approximately 267 billion barrels, still enormous, but noticeably behind Venezuela. Then comes Canada with around 168 billion barrels, much of it in the form of oil sands. Iran follows with roughly 158 billion barrels, and Iraq holds about 145 billion barrels. These are all major players in the global energy market, yet Venezuela surpasses each of them by significant margins. It's important to understand that when we talk about proven reserves, we mean oil that has been discovered, is technically recoverable, and is economically viable to extract with current technology and prices. Oil has earned the nickname black gold for very good reason. Since the Industrial Revolution transformed how humans live and work, petroleum has become the lifeblood of modern civilization. It powers our vehicles, heats our homes, generates electricity, and serves as the raw material for countless products, from plastics to pharmaceuticals. From synthetic fabrics to cosmetics, nations have gone to war over it. Economies have risen and fallen based on its price. The country that controls oil often controls significant geopolitical influence. Venezuela, therefore, sits on a treasure that could theoretically provide enormous wealth and power for generations to come. Venezuela isn't just rich in oil. Its position on the world stage reflects this resource wealth. The country is a founding member of OPEC, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, established in 1960. OPEC was created to coordinate petroleum policies among member nations, ensuring fair and stable prices for producers while maintaining an efficient supply to consumers. With 14 member countries as of recent years, OPEC controls a substantial portion of the world's crude oil reserves and production capacity. Venezuela's membership gives it a voice in crucial decisions that affect global oil prices, production, quotas, and energy policies that ripple across continents. When OPEC decides to increase or decrease production, gas prices shift in countries thousands of miles away, affecting everything from transportation costs to food prices. Geographically, Venezuela occupies a strategic position on the northern coast of South America. It shares borders with Colombia to the west, Brazil to the south, and Guyana to the east, while its northern coastline stretches along the Caribbean Sea. This Caribbean access has historically made Venezuela an important maritime nation, with ports that have facilitated trade for centuries. The country spans approximately 445 square kilometers, making it the 33rd largest country by area in the world. Its landscape is remarkably diverse, from the snow-capped Andes Mountains in the west to the vast plains of Los Llanos in the central region, from the Amazon rainforest in the south to the stunning Angel Falls, the world's highest, uninterrupted waterfall at 979 meters. Venezuela's story as an independent nation is one of struggle and triumph. For over 3 centuries, from the early 1500s until the 1800s, Venezuela existed as a colony under Spanish rule. Like many colonies, Venezuelans faced heavy taxation, limited political representation, and restricted economic opportunities. The desire for freedom grew steadily throughout the late 1700s and early 1800s, inspired partly by other revolutionary movements including the American and French revolutions. On July 5, 1811, Venezuela became one of the first Spanish-American colonies to declare independence. However, declaring independence and achieving it are two very different things. Spain, unwilling to lose such a valuable territory, fought back aggressively. The Venezuelan War of Independence raged for a decade, with battles swinging back and forth between patriot and royalist forces. The turning point came on June 24, 1821, at the Battle of Carabobo, fought on plains about 160 kilometers southwest of Caracas. Patriot forces, numbering around 6,500 troops, faced approximately 5,000 Spanish royalists. The Revolutionary Army, led by the brilliant military strategist Simón Bolívar, achieved a decisive victory that effectively ended Spanish control over Venezuela. Bolívar, often called El Libertador, the Liberator, didn't stop with Venezuela. He went on to lead independence movements across South America, playing crucial roles in liberating modern-day Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia, which is actually named in his honor. His vision was a unified South America, strong and independent from European colonial powers. Venezuela's potential wealth from its oil reserves is so vast that, theoretically, it could purchase numerous smaller nations several times over based purely on the value of its petroleum. At current market prices averaging around $70 to $80 per barrel, Venezuela's reserves represent a paper value exceeding $21 trillion. To put that in perspective, that's larger than the entire gross domestic product of China, the world's second largest economy. It's more than enough to buy every publicly traded company in several countries combined. Of course, extracting, refining, and selling 303 billion barrels isn't something that happens overnight. It would take many decades, requires massive infrastructure investment, and depends on global demand and prices. Nevertheless, the sheer potential sitting beneath Venezuelan soil represents one of the greatest concentrations of natural resource wealth anywhere on Earth. A treasure that could transform not just Venezuela, but potentially influence the entire global energy transition. As the world navigates between fossil fuels and renewable energy sources,